Listen to any of our guests talking, they'll tell you as well about a lot of what they called shitcoin. In fact, our most recent guest, Danish, said it was shitcoins. Shitcoins versus proper coins.
Shitcoins,
Stable
yeah.
coins.
It's kind of a terminology around
colloquialism.
people. Yeah. Kind of.
Nobody launches a shitcoin today.
Some people, it depends.
Coin or con. One is called shitcoin.
Coin or con.
Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm trying a new proximity effect on my microphone.
Which works well if you're listening, but not so well if you're watching on YouTube.
So, welcome to the show. I'm your newer, deeper voiced Angus Maidment, and this is.
Not another crypto podcast.
I thought you were going to say your name there.
Oh, actually
That's the
was.
name of the show.
That is the name of the show.
The name of the guy is Jason White.
Alan Scott and my co-host Angus Maidment.
Okay, I'm going to stop doing the deep voice thing now. I called you Jason White, Jason, because you were wearing a garment earlier with white across the back of it. I just
Yes,
assumed
that is
was
true.
your name.
So no, so
the garment wasn't white,
no, the garment's not white.
and now you're saying your name isn't white. So
That is 100% true. I will be wearing this for the next segment. So this thing.
Okay.
I got a plan.
So for those of you not watching on YouTube,
Make sure to watch on YouTube.
Jason's showing us his jacket, which says white on it. You can probably understand
Yes.
why I thought that was his name.
My wife's name was Samantha White. And I thought it was funny if I wore clothes that had her name all over it. So I went when I was in LA last year, January, or year before last January, and I bought a whole bunch of things from this place called Off-White. And all it had was the word white all over it, right? So I bought jeans, shoes, jackets.
Genius.
Thank you. Except I didn't realize that
Fashion.
it's Virgil Abloh, and it's like this big streetwear culture iconic thing. But the reason I brought two jackets today is because I realized we do a whole lot of episodes at once, and we were in the same outfit for all of them. And I thought I would just change in between, kind of like Mariah Carey or someone cooler.
Yeah, but then everyone's going to be like, why did Jason keep changing clothes?
Because they're
And he
different
did it
episodes. No one's going to
all the time,
binge watch this. This is not Netflix. This is not 13 Reasons Why.
Well, so then why?
But
all right,
in case they do,
So
I'm mixing it up.
it was the girlfriend's idea.
It was the wife's, ex-wife's, now ex-wife, then
Right.
fully wife.
So is she gonna make you tattoo her name?
No, interesting enough, we never did that. I mean, that's not to say that, that would have maybe helped our marriage. I'd like to say there were a million things I could have done better. But I thought that was cute at the time. She didn't change her name to Scott. She was white, so I wore white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That was a great segment.
Nice.
Thanks for starting on that and just breaking my heart further. I
Now I
don't
feel bad.
You should feel bad because I feel shite now.
Well, make him
Just
feel better with some coin.
please help out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's get on with it.
That'd be nice. So if this is your first time listening, we do a segment here called Coin or Con, which the idea being that there are so many coins in the world right now that people don't know what is real and what is not. And if you've listened to any of our guests talking, they'll tell you as well about a lot of what they called shitcoin. In fact, our most recent guest, Danish, said it was shitcoins. Shitcoins versus proper coins. Is that right?
Shitcoins.
Stable
Yeah.
coins.
It's kind of a terminology around people.
colloquialism.
Yeah. Kind of.
Nobody launches a shitcoin today.
Some people. It depends.
Coin or con. One is called shitcoin. One is called
I think it's
a stable coin.
whether a coin is is shit or not is down to kind of personal preference.
Not
Subjective.
actually
Subjective.
based on Ponzi versus real.
No.
Some people will
fake,
call.
it's-
Some people will
it's
call.
weak.
Yeah, real projects which have real people working on stuff.
Right.
But they'll call it a shit coin because maybe it's a stupid idea or
Gotcha.
they've made too many coins or something. So
Dissing them.
Dissing them.
But I'm
Listen
re-
to us using old words as if we're new kids.
I'm not particularly au fait with the exact definition of it. It's
We'll have
kind
to
of-
look it up. And if
it's a-
you're listening
it's a
to
fluid
this-
term, I think.
I'll put it on the website.
Yes, please. Tech terms. Shitcoin.
Shitcoin.
If you haven't checked out our website, www.notanothercryptoshow.com, then you'll see there is a techie talk section for when we say big words that you might not understand, which is mostly for me, so that I can look back at it and go, oh, I didn't know that's what we meant, and that's what we were talking about.
So, coin or con? It's
Coin or
time
con?
to play. However, before we start this week, I would just like to throw a suggestion out there.
Okay.
We could change the name
or con. To
to
con or coin?
hit coin or shit coin.
Oh, I like that. Let's
Hit-
do that.
With Hitcoin.
If it's a hit or it's shit.
Hitcoin or shitcoin.
Hit coin or
Hit
shit coin.
or shit coin.
Thing is, I think coin or con has a better ring to it.
It is.
I do.
The alliteration.
Tell us what you think.
Alliteration.
Yeah,
If
send
you're
us a
listening,
message.
if you have a strong feeling either way about if it's shit coin or hit coin or con, you let us know. For
We are
now,
on
though,
all the socials. Not Another Crypto Podcast on Twitter. Not Another Crypto Podcast on
all the good
Instagrams.
ones, all the big ones,
All the
YouTube,
big ones.
That's
you
over there.
subscribe. Click
So-
link. All that shizer.
Let's get right into it.
Go. Oh, if
Okay.
you're listening, you can play along as well. It's very simple. You listen to him give us the story. You decide if it's real or not, and then you make your prediction.
And don't cheat.
So there's two projects. One's real, one's fake.
Gotcha.
One's a lot of hooey. So
Hooey.
I guess the question is,
There's a word
Jason,
for the PG.
I guess the question is,
Yes, sir.
which option do you want first?
Oh my
For the first one or the
God.
second one?
You do realize to my ears, the first one's always the first one, and the second one is always the second one.
Aye, but I've got like.
Okay, I'd like to go with the first one first, please.
Whoa.
To mix it up. I know.
Nice.
I know. Drop a bomb right there.
All right.
Conventional.
The first one first. You ready?
Yes.
It's Travel Block.
Oh. Oh, can I just say, I was speaking to a tattooist, and I told him the one about tattoo coin.
Right.
And he loved the idea. He was like, that is actually a really smart idea. I was like, you should listen to the episode.
Oh my
Coin or
God.
Con.
Well, there you go. Maybe watch this space. What was it
Yeah.
called? Tattoo
Tatcoin.
ink block or
Tatcoin. It was
something.
called
Tatcoin.
Tatcoin.
Oh, Tatcoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that someone's probably already
It was-
doing it.
Didn't
but-
you make
Probably.
that up? That was a.
He did. That was a,
You made
that was
that
a,
one
that was a
up.
con.
I made that one up.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
But then
How
apparently-
cool would that be
was
if
a-
the coin actually
Actually
then
comes
came
a
into
coin.
being?
Yeah, it would be cool.
So that was Luke Jenkins at Cloak and Dagger Tattoos. So if he does something, make it. Remember, it happened right here. This was the man that
Amazing.
did it.
That
Well,
really
so there
screws
you
up
go.
coin or con.
But
Totally
then I
could,
couldn't.
really.
I couldn't probably start that project
We'd
because
have
I've not got enough tattoos. Nobody would take me seriously in
Good
the tattoo
point.
industry. They'd be like, "Who's this guy? He doesn't even have any
Maybe get
tattoos."
invisible ones.
I don't think it works like that with business, though. I mean,
Go in the
the
dark.
guy that started Zara is in his 60s. The guy that started Lululemon was in his 40s. None of them were into yoga. They weren't wearing stretch pants. No one went, oh, they've got no authenticity in the space. It's not work like it in business. I think you can just start anything you want, and if it gets traction by its audience, you're okay. Look at CrossFit. Greg Glassman, the greatest fitness craze in the last decade. He is not that fit looking. He looks like he couldn't beat you at an arm wrestle.
But his brain is particularly fit when it comes
Very.
to
His
business.
brain could beat you in an
Yes,
arm
no,
wrestle.
his brain could. That's a big muscle.
His hunger for
For wealth,
for money.
knowledge.
he wasn't hungry for high protein supplements, energy, and
He
isotonic
hates-
energy gels,
he
but he was hungry for profits.
Correct,
So,
correct. He actually hates all those things, all supplemental incomes.
right, we're getting.
So
Funny
if you're
list of
watching
everyone.
this and you love CrossFit, you should listen to this episode.
So
Coin or con?
maybe we'll branch out and talk about general business
Yeah,
strategy in the
we
future.
should.
Who knows?
Do that.
We're getting funny like so because we are supposed to get on with
Yes,
what
we
we're
are.
supposed to be talking
My
about.
apologies. Too much preamble.
Okay, so travel block,
Trevor Block.
vacationing through the blockchain,
Ooh,
going a little blockchain vacay.
I
So
like that.
yeah,
Travel Block. TravelBlock. Do not Google this. Those that are watching, listening,
don't Google it.
don't Google it. You got to work this out
You've
yourself.
got to hear this one and the
Flight
next one
mode,
before
flight
you
mode.
find out
Yeah.
which one's real.
Yeah.
Is that a joke about travel block?
Yeah.
Right, so Travel Block have 50 plus years of experience in the travel industry.
Jesus. Or like 5 people have each got 10 years, or 10 people have each got 2 years. Carrying on.
50 plus years of experience.
Yes.
Travel Block will introduce the new generation of travel by eliminating the traditional global distribution system, and that's capitalized, and going through the blockchain. By taking this route, there will be significant advantages over utilizing existing frameworks and applications. It's low cost, secure, immutable, irreversible, and transparent for the public. By being part of Travel Block using your travel tokens, you will have an average of 30 to 60% discount on your vacation needs through our private consumer platform, available only to travel token holders.
Of course.
They have some strategic affiliations. They have travel providers.
Who?
Travel Block, the project.
Who is their partners?
uh,
Is it Atoll Protected? Is there are there TCMs?
I don't know.
Okay, that works well in my favor.
Well, so how about they've got an affiliate, right?
Okay, what's the affiliate?
Disney World.
Okay, that's a good one. In fact, one of the biggest podcasts in the world is 2 people talking about how you can trick Disney World when you go on holiday in Disney World. So that is a very big business right now.
Well, you can trick them into thinking you're children.
You
Is
can
that-
find ways to hack the system, to get quicker in lines, to get VIP treatment, to stay in better rooms, to be upgraded.
Right,
I think
right.
it's called Disney Holiday Hacks, and it's one of the biggest podcasts.
Is that an algorithm to hack?
On another subject, we'll talk about algorithms
Well, so
and YouTube algorithms.
look, I have zero interest
Okay.
in going to Disney World.
I
but
do.
I do love hacking stuff, so I'll
Okay.
watch it, and I'd love to go there and
yeah,
you know,
and hack the system.
and hack the system.
Yeah,
get some
listen
mix-
to it. It's a
Hack-
podcast.
I want to hack the planet, which
Yeah.
is a reference to a movie
Which I have
you may have seen.
I have seen.
Right, so they've also got a partnership with Emirates Airlines.
Ah, interesting. travel tokens. Now, if you're listening to this for the very first time, your very first coin or con, let me tell you some of the things I listen out for as an expert bullshit spotter. One, if the company or Angus have gone, well, what are the buzzwords that define a blockchain? Then throw all those buzzwords into the introduction. Things like secure, things like verified, things like transactional, things like, just words that you hear pretty much every single time someone discusses a blockchain project. So that's what I listen for. Then I listen for partnerships. Does he mention advisory boards? Does he mention things they've done, case studies, right? Affiliates, like you mentioned, partnerships. Now, we've only got one at this case, so already my bullshit thermometer is way up into the red. But now I'm going to ask about a white paper. Now, this is to see if there's any sort of general idea about what they've done, where they're going. His usual bullshit answer to this is, well, they don't need money. They're just, they've already got the money. They don't need a white paper. Like a white paper is when you try to get money, Jason. Don't you listen to the show?
Well, yeah, if they've already done the fundraising, then they don't need,
They need a white
the white
paper.
paper is...
Still a coin, though.
So does it have white paper?
They do have white paper, yeah.
What's it called?
Well, it's just called the white
White
paper.
So it hasn't got like a title. Like sometimes they're like, it's the future unresolved or disrupting the future through travel or...
Sometimes white papers in industry are kind of research pieces.
So they're just like citations and proof of...
Not exactly, because sometimes in academic research there's a structured way to do things and cite people and show your research and stuff.
Yeah.
But show your workings and stuff. But then in industry, if you are like, a bank and you have a particular opinion, like they'll publish white papers as like, thought leadership. So one of your C-level people will publish something, or like, a team will make a white paper about the future of international...
But that would be a heading, right?
Cross-border something transfers, and maybe they'll have an opinion about how it will change in the future or something. So like companies do white papers as part of their kind of like research efforts and what they want to say about their industry and stuff, right? And maybe that's a bit more like research, right?
Gotcha.
But white papers in the blockchain space, it basically refers to, here's the white papers and this is our kind of vision for how we're going to do this project.
Got you.
And if you give us your money, this is what we're going to do with it.
Okay.
So it's basically a marketing document.
So it's a marketing document to show
investment.
where your investment's going and what it's for. Here's my question on this one. What's their USP? Why use obviously I get the fact that they're using tokens, much like Avios would use Avios points or Amex would use travel points. Is that their whole thing? That the more you travel, the more coins you're getting, which you can then use through the blockchain, which makes it secure and verified?
They say they have a group, so they do group bookings and they get money off.
Okay, which is what a TCM does, a travel company.
Yeah. So
okay, so there's no real benefit of the blockchain or use tokenization, except that it's a form of currency to use to get more holidays. Again, much like Avios points.
Yeah. So it's like joining a club, sort of.
Yeah.
So it's like a travel club with the tokens, and then you buy the tokens, then you can use the tokens to get access to the discounts that they secure because they do group bookings
Groupon
and stuff.
Like I was going to say like a Groupon type or co-op type initiative.
There's a website called Holiday Pirates or something.
Okay, I'll look that up.
Have you heard of Hot UK Deals?
No.
Oh.
Hot UK Deals is kind of a deal aggregator. So if you see a really good deal, you can put it on there, and people can upvote it and stuff. And so
Well, that's
it's kind of like
genius.
social ranking of various deals, and it's like all this, people find stuff which is 10% off or 20% off or whatever. They run another website, or like it's linked from their website. It's like Travel Pirates or something.
Okay. Our producer is checking that out. Travel Pirates. Yeah.
And
her.
so the idea about Travel Pirates is like, that's not submission based, I don't think. So they put deals up there, right, for like holidays. So it'll be like, here's a 4-day trip to Sofia in Bulgaria or something for this
Gotcha.
price.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
But for groups only?
no. So Holiday Pirates is like, you can book smaller numbers of people. And it's like a storefront for holidays rather than like you saying, I want to go to Italy, so I'm going to book it.
Gotcha,
you just
gotcha.
choose somewhere based on the price.
Yeah. I like that. That's smart.
Well, yeah. So this travel block is like a bit like that, but you get access to the prices that they have by buying the tokens.
Got you. Interesting. Okay, I'm with it. I've got it. It makes sense.
Do you want to hear something about the team?
Yes, please. That's my next question.
What they've got a blockchain advisor.
What's
right?
his name? It's Wave.
Brian Hacker.
I love these names. Okay. Brian Hacker, not your real name.
McHacker.
Yeah, exactly. McLovin.
Why'd you call yourself that?
Why? Because it's the most popular name in the world, you idiot. Okay. And who else do we have? Do we have like a Sarah Synth?
We've got Steve Knight.
KN or NI?
KN.
Okay, I can believe that. It's a real name. I've met some Steve Knights, spot like that.
Okay.
Okay. Any case studies? Anyone on it? Any testimonials, ambassadorships, influences?
They're doing 600 million tokens.
600 million tokens.
And they want to raise $32 million. Hard cap. They want to raise 4.5 million is the soft cap. And the
Got
hard
you.
cap is 32 million.
Okay. Okay. We can go to number 2. I think I have enough information based on number 1 to believe if it's a real thing or a fake thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to
Number 2.
Number
Dos.
2.
Trois. Deux. Song.
So,
Ni. Twer.
this one is called Heroes of Rubea.
Sounds like a game.
Well, Jason.
You should say,
Funny
you
you
should
say
say
that.
that.
Robea. Sounds like a robe.
How do you spell that?
Can't Google it.
Rubea.
R-O?
Rubea.
R-U.
Heroes of Rubea.
E-A.
And
If
it's
you're
by-
listening for the first time, Angus is a big game head. So the moment he brings up any coins based on games, there's a 60% chance it's bullshit, but there's a 40% chance it's a huge gaming community, which means they'll jump on anything that's game related. Look at merchandise, look at confexes, conferences. So maybe this is true.
And the
Continue.
other reason that sometimes I do gaming is because Jason has absolutely no idea.
No idea about
what I'm
gaming.
talking about. So.
Zero idea. I don't play games.
Heroes of Rubea. It's made by Platypix Games.
Okay, that sounds legit.
Pix with an X.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay, yeah.
And so the homepage is very visual, right? So there's the logo of the game,
Mhm.
and there's kind of this huge page wide thing. There's kind of like a lightning bolt. There's a character bristling with lightning bolts who is putting up a shield against an attack from this kind of inferno monster, right?
Gotcha.
And so then around about the kind of central thing, there's these other smaller characters fighting each other.
Okay.
And then when you go past the kind of banner page, right? The banner on like the top of the page, I think it's called a marquee.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when you go past that kind of intro bit, the tagline is gaming meets collectibles meets gambling in this epic fantasy universe.
Gaming, gambling, collectibles. Okay. So far you've got me. That all makes sense except for the gaming part.
And so then
Back from the whole concept of
No,
getting
collectibles I get. Yeah, look at Funko. It's gigantic. It's a big industry. It's only growing.
what do you mean collectibles? Like
collectibles-
Funko.
Yeah, like Funko does the little, whatever's trending, they have a little doll for it. So like Deadpool was trending, that little Deadpool Funko doll.
Right, yeah.
Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Comic books that suddenly get big. Characters from gaming worlds.
Right, yeah,
So that
yeah.
collectible world is gigantic. In fact, recently I'm a judge on the Association of MBA's Entrepreneurial Venture campaign. And one of the nominees to win is a guy that's come up with a hat that for Harry Potter that you put on your head and it works out if you're I don't know, those Syrian or Hogwartian. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I'm just going to admit this right now.
Sorts which house you're in,
Yes,
right?
yes, correct.
Yeah.
So he's made a sorting hat, and he's now given that to J.K. Rowling, whatever foundation or whatever the company that owns that shit, probably Disney, and that's now going to go to Argos, and it's huge because it's a collectible. It's another little thing, and with the new Fantastic Beasts, it's a whole new world.
Yeah.
So I get that.
They're physical collectibles, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
This is digital collectibles.
Oh, digital collectibles. So
Yeah,
like,
which is a big thing.
okay. So
in-
that's
in
like
blockchain,
oh,
because blockchain gives you like the new functionality to make basically digital collectibles that you can keep for yourself.
Okay.
Do you not remember we talked about
we've done this
non-fungible
before.
tokens?
Yes, we did talk about non-fungible tokens.
I was
thought
hoping
the word
that would come up.
Yes,
Right.
Oh, of course you did.
So right, this it's a gaming DApp, right?
Right.
Basically,
Decentralized
So-
application.
decentralized application, and so the basic. So we're on a page right now, and there's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Do you know the game Clash of Clans?
Yes, I do actually.
So you got this
It's in the adverts.
Yeah, you've got the kind of two grids on either side, right?
Yes.
And then you have your heroes, right?
Yes.
Who are your kind of collectible characters, right?
Got you.
And so and then you have like monsters or minions, right?
Yes.
So they're the people that you place on the board. And
Yeah.
your hero stays in the same place.
Yeah.
And the idea is
Like chess.
it's a bit like chess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a grid-based, turn-based game.
Got you.
There's like power-ups and items and stuff, right? So then we're kind of getting a little demo here. There's two guys getting put on the board, and then they kind of shoot each other and stuff. And so one of the things, Platypix Games, right, started off making these sorts of mobile games, right?
Okay.
Had a lot of success, and now they're moving into
The blockchain world.
the blockchain world.
Why gaming? Can you gamble on this?
So this is the thing, right? So this is a combination of concepts. They are using their expertise in making these mobile games, right?
Right.
Which get lots and lots and lots of people playing.
Of course.
They are basically combining that with the collectible aspect. So Crypto Kitties, for example.
Yes,
right?
yes, I remember
So you get
Crypto
these,
Kitties.
you get these unique cats that only you own. You can
Yeah.
prove ownership of it.
Yeah.
Through
I
the
love that
blockchain.
idea. Thought it was
So now
really smart.
you can basically get these heroes. They're all kind of unique, right?
Right.
And so you can buy them in a store, and they have this thing here. They've got an SDK for creators, right? So artists or developers can make their own heroes and stuff according to some limitations or whatever.
Right.
And then you can kind of basically make money by making cool heroes
Ah,
by being
very
a creator.
smart. Gotcha,
So
gotcha,
they've got
gotcha.
this. They're,
clever.
kind
Playing God.
Basically, yes. So it's like a Sims type.
they're
idea.
opening it up, and so it's really cool actually. Like some of the developers, basically, this game studio is kind of small operation, right? There's they've done some kind of talks about how the business model of like mobile gaming is a bit. It's gone only one way in the past few years, and that's do microtransactions, sell virtual in-game currency, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the kind that we think about when we're talking about blockchain. It's like sell gems or upgrade
Yes.
diamonds or whatever.
So I know a guy that did
As
that.
many as you can.
Yes, so a friend of mine, acquaintance of mine, did that. A guy called Michael Acton Smith. He did Moshi Monsters.
Right, yeah.
And you could buy things within the game, and that's what made it so very, very well and popular. And now he does Calm, the Mind app.
And so basically, they are saying they don't really like that idea of just, getting players who are going to spend the most money onto the hook and then selling them more and more and more and more gems.
Gotcha.
So basically, what they've got now is they have the Rubik's token, right?
Okay.
So the heroes are represented by non-fungible tokens, right? But then the Rubik's token is the currency which you play the game with,
Got
right?
you.
And so they're kind of represented by these little energy gems. They're like purple and green, right? It's
Okay.
kind of diamond shaped, but then also there's some curves around the side. Anyway, so Rubik's are the energy gems that power the universe.
Gotcha.
Right? So if you can create stuff and get paid in this currency because people will buy your
When it was in
heroes
the
and stuff.
game, we'll buy it because of the...
So they want to kind of basically return some of the value to the community of people who play this game.
Gotcha.
And so, and then
smart.
people can basically contribute towards the kind of development of the fantasy universe,
Gotcha.
which is pretty cool. And
Very
then this is the other thing as well, though, right?
Right.
So there's gaming, you get to play the game. There is collectibles, so you have these heroes which are unique and
Which
stuff,
are-
and you
yeah.
can trade or sell or whatever.
And it's on the blockchain, so you can show ownership.
It's on the blockchain, so you can show ownership of those heroes.
Got you.
The other thing is, though, right? The smart contracts. When you do a battle against somebody else, right?
Yeah.
You can basically do battles to win items and stuff, right?
Got you.
So you can gamble against other people for the Rubik's tokens, right?
Okay.
And the idea being, I think, that they're going to make a kind of ecosystem where people, can a bit like if you have pro gamers playing this game, then they can gamble large amounts or stake large amounts when when they're playing each other, and they can maybe make a living by playing this game.
Smart.
So they're going to try and build a big community around it based on you can basically win currency by being good at the game.
Okay.
And also when you play the game, so they've got this kind of grid-based thing, the moves and stuff, the kind of functions which power the game are on Ethereum smart contracts.
Ah, okay.
So if you're gambling, you want to be sure that there's no funny business going on, and now you
Yeah.
can see, you can look, the code's open source, right? So you can see what's happening, so you can trust that you're not going to get bamboozled out of your money by someone
Gotcha.
cheating or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's all locked down.
Thanks to smart contracts.
Thanks to the smart
For
contracts
Ethereum
on the Ethereum blockchain.
blockchain.
And so,
Brought to you by
Shout
Ethereum.
out to
Big shout out, shameless plug. Ethereum.
and so, there's some other stuff here about the tokens, which I
Okay.
can tell you. So they're doing 10 million tokens. So there's only going to be 10 million tokens.
Quick question: when we talk about the amount of tokens, does that mean anything? I mean, is it just a thumbsuck, or the more tokens, the more money there's possible to make, or the less tokens means more value because of its lack of number? Because one has 100 million, one has 600,000. What am I actually listening for when I listen to that?
It depends who you ask, really.
Okay,
So, whether you do 10 million tokens or 10,000 tokens, the tokens in total will be worth a certain amount of money, known as the market cap, right?
yeah,
So that'll determine the price of each token, and also you can decimalize tokens quite a lot, right? So even if one token goes up to say $1 million in value,
yeah,
if we want to do a transaction for $10, we can just do that by cutting one token into the requisite amount.
Sure.
It's $10.
got you. Okay.
So, and it depends. A whole bunch of people have done a lot of analysis on what a number of tokens means, and also usually you get a pie chart with how they're going to split the tokens. Like, so they're going to give some to the team, they're going to give some to the foundation or like a learning fund or whatever they want to do with it. So you look at the pie chart, and if it's like 95%, for example, are going to the team and 5% will be left to the users, then that's kind of like, well, these guys are
making themselves wealthy, and there's very little price.
they're keeping most of the token for themselves, so why are they doing that? So you can gain certain information from it, but really what happened was it kind of tended towards a standard model of, everyone had the same pie chart saying, this is how we're going to distribute the tokens. And, it comes down to the belief of like, are these people going to execute the project well, and are they going to do all these things?
Okay.
Because you can say, hey, we'll give it to, the development fund for our project, but if you don't trust them to run a development fund, then it's all for naught, right?
Correct.
So they have 10 million tokens, and they got a pie chart and stuff. They got a development fund. They got a community activation funds. They're going to give out tokens to people and provide free heroes and stuff like that, promotions.
What has Platypix done before this?
So they did another game, right? Which we mentioned Clash of Clans, right?
Yes, we did.
And it's called Heroes Quest, right?
Okay.
And so it's a bit like Clash of Clans.
Okay.
I don't play these kinds of games on mobile, so I don't know the exact difference.
I don't play mobile games.
But it looks quite
or
similar.
any games.
It looks
okay.
Similar.
Listen,
I'm not calling it a knockoff.
or
not
anything. No, knockoffs aren't illegal either. Okay. There's a lot of USPs to this, so I completely see why it would be a big thing. I love the fact that it's gaming. I like that it's collectible. I like the fact that you can stake it. I think it's genius that you can make your own character.
Sorry, when I said stake, that was stake in a contest between two players, right? So it's not staking like we talk about with other. It's like a stake in a gamble, right?
Got you. Okay,
so that's not staking like we talk about in other like proof of stake.
Proof of stake, correct.
Consensus. But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. They've said as well, like some people, it's been getting a lot of admiration, or people are saying it's a cool combination of these concepts because there's so many like gambling dApps on blockchains right now, but the user interfaces are generally pretty bad.
Okay.
Or
whereas now you've got someone
it's
who's
just normal, like it looks like a normal online casino game.
Gotcha.
People are like, that's a bit boring, so they're like, this could be really cool. It's but then also it's not like gambling that people get addicted to or whatever. It's fun. It's incentivized. You're incentivized to give back to the community and stuff. So.
Okay, so here's my prediction. I think you have meta me. Which is like betted me, but only you know me better, so you've meted me.
Better meta.
Correct. I know a little bit something about travel. I mean, I own a company called Mice Offers, which is basically a newsletter that offers free deals to people who book events and meetings. So that's kind of my world. I work with TCMs, so that makes sense. Whereas I know nothing about gaming. I know zippo about, unless I've worked with them like to launch a game. But everything you've said makes sense. The little I know about gaming, things like World of Warcraft, where you could buy weapons and you could sell weapons online, and that was kind of what I think of as sort of an
not just weapons, armor,
silly hats, clothing, people, maps. A genius idea back then. Whoever came up with that. So at the moment, I am believer that travel block is a thing, and that Heroes of Rabbah is rubbish.
Rubia.
Rubbish. I see what I did there with the rubbish. But I also know that you know that. So it's kind of like that scene in Princess Bride, where I know you put poison in this, but you could have put poison in that, and you could know that I know that you know that I know that you know, so you know that I know that you know, so I have no way of winning this.
Exactly.
Okay, so here is what I'm going to do. I am going to stake the winning is Travel Block is in fact a real thing. No, it's not, because then you got Emirates, which is a joke airline. No offense, Emirates, I love you, and thank you very much for all the free flights. But I don't mean like you're a joke. Like, edit that scene. Edit that whole piece about saying you're a joke. I just mean in comparison.
I'm just going to take that bit on its
whole,
own.
No,
I'm going to
not.
take it on its own.
No, you're not. I mean, out of all the airlines, you've only got one partner. Seems a bit ridiculous to me, especially when that's a big airline. So I'm going to say Heroes of Rabat is a real thing. It is a coin. And I'm going to say Travel Block is a con. And I say that as my sphincter tightens.
Well, Jason, I'm happy to tell you that you have been bested in this contest, my friend. Heroes of Rabat is something that I made up.
Oh, I should have known.
Although I'm pretty proud of the idea. I think it would be pretty cool.
Really good idea.
They should do gambling, and then you can gamble the collectibles and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, thanks to Rachel Black, I've got to give her a shout out because
Rachel.
This was in part inspired by, she is trying to make a kind of project where you can gamble your CryptoKitties. And I think you can combine, people love the collectibles. If you can gamble the collectibles, I feel like that would be a really cool thing.
Yeah,
so,
smart idea.
So yeah, thanks to Rachel for the inspiration. And
yeah, it was a bamboozle.
The other thing I'd like to say as well is, to Travel Block, sorry, I kind of misrepresented your project here. Well, maybe not kind of. So I got some of the things wrong there. So I think it's not Disney World. It's not Disneyland. It's Disney World or something.
Disney Cruises, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
So I basically, sorry, Travel Block, if I've misrepresented you. We welcome any of you to come on to the show and set us right. Tell us about Travel Block.
It's a great idea.
Sorry if I've misrepresented you. Just to the listeners as well, go and check out Travel Block. Read the website for yourself, because I may well not have done it justice. I may well have misstated their entire kind of.
To win a game.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit unfair to both our listeners. To Travel Block.
No. So this is the thing, though. I was reading it off the website, right?
Okay.
And this is the thing, Jason, right? And I've reprimanded you about this before.
Yes, you have.
Because I read stuff to you, but then you can't even start going and asking me loads of questions. Because eventually it'll get to the point where I'm designing entire projects and companies just to do on the podcast.
Got you.
And I just, that might be a bit too much workload.
That is very true.
It'll be too many emails to answer.
There would be too many emails to answer. Okay, so I will give you this. Listen, firstly, I thought Heroes of Rabat, except for the name, I thought the name was terrible. In fact, if you look at my...
sorry, Jason. Should I engage branding consultants?
Yes, you should. So if you look at my notes...
And also, Heroes of Rabat is a sick name.
It's a genius name, but I wrote there fake. Like initially, my notes were, it was a fake, and the other one was real. But then, when I started questioning myself, and the fact that I thought it was really clever, the fact that you got gaming, collectibles, it sounded complete, where Travel Block didn't sound complete because you only had one affiliate. And I just thought,
And they had
that's all they had, Emirates and Disney. And I was like, well, Disney is easy to get. I speak to Disney. I mean, they only speak French in Disneyland, whatever the one in Paris is, but who cares? And Emirates is one airline. Why wouldn't you have gone for all the airlines? So I apologize. I apologize to our listeners for letting them down, because now it's 1-1 in 2019. I got last week, you got this week.
How about this, though, Jason, right? This is a real game. Zombie dead, Call of Savor.
That's terrible. It's like they threw in all the best words in a zombie film and put
Dead
together.
Target, zombie shooting action games.
There's
So
some really
the
shit
name
names.
of games are
Not a big
great.
thing. No.
So I think you'll actually find, right, that
House of Rabat.
Heroes of Rabat
Heroes of Rabat
is
a great name.
It's the right name.
It's a really good name. Well, thank you so much for listening to Not Another Crypto Show. That has been Angus Maidment totally bettering me in this week's episode.
Yeah, and that's been Jason Allen Scott, who did a very good job
Thank you, sir.
of interrogating me about these projects.
I did.
We will be back next time.
We will.
Other projects to tell you about. Until then, check us out on YouTube.
Subscribe down there.
Follow us on all the socials. We are the number one
crypto show about both blockchain and crypto.
Exactly, and we are the number one show to be hosted in the White City Pod.
Yes,
so thank you very much, the White City
Sponsored
Pod.
by Pink.
White City, if anyone wants to come on the show, we
Yeah.
are in the pod. Come and see us sometime.
Please do.
So until then, goodbye. Until next time.
Be kind, be good, be you.